Well, we are expecting another cold day to start the week off. Still going to stay chilly for the rest of the afternoon and for most of tomorrow as well. But we do have some very slow signs of warming as we go throughout this week. The end is in sight, but we still have a couple chilly days to get through. So current wind chills right now as we step outside, -16 is what it feels like outside right now in La Crosse, -21 in Eau Claire. We had some of that wind come back around as we went through the overnight last night and into this morning. A light breeze, but that's all you need to make those wind chill values dip down even around 10 to 15 degrees. So as we go throughout the rest of today, we had those light breezes through the morning, but now into the afternoon, going to see those winds pick up a little bit more, becoming a tad more breezy through the evening and into the overnight. So it's really not going to feel too much warmer as we go throughout the rest of the day. If we move ahead towards tomorrow, still going to be quite windy, especially in the morning. We're seeing the strongest winds now moving in over the next few hours and lasting into tomorrow afternoon, seeing winds actually blowing around 15 to even close to 20 miles per hour out of the northwest. As we go later into the evening, then they lighten up and we'll still just see a very light breeze for tomorrow evening and going throughout most of the rest of the week. Not really going to see any more windy days, at least through Wednesday and Friday, but still going to be holding on to that colder air. So because of this wind, today and Tuesday are going to feel the coldest out of the week, but still not as cold as we were this weekend. Lows as we go into tomorrow morning, above 0 for the first time in quite some time. 4 degrees will be our morning low in La Crosse. 0 degrees in Eau Claire, but again, we're still going to be holding on to a breeze out there, so it likely won't feel anywhere close to that. As we go into the high temperatures, not a whole lot of warming expected, still for the most part staying in the single digits, and of course with that breeze feeling a little bit cooler than that. So tomorrow looking like the last day with the breeze, but our high temperatures moving ahead for the rest of the week aren't going to be too far off from this, but we won't have to be dealing with that wind chill. As we go throughout the rest of this evening, our high temperatures today really not coming until we go into the later overnight period tonight. That's why our lows in the morning aren't quite as bad. There's very little time for them to cool off. So because of our late day high temperatures, wind chills likely not feeling any warmer than about the negative single digits as we go throughout the day. Once we wake up tomorrow morning then, even though our lows are climbing above 0 with that strong wind out of the northwest, we're seeing our low wind chills in about the negative teens, -14 in La Crosse, -15 in Eau Claire. Not that dangerous cold, but still quite cold, and we're honestly quite used to it by this point. Once we go into the afternoon, then very similar trend to today, where that wind sticks around through most of the day, and even though our high temperatures are above 0, our wind chills are really going to struggle to get there. So a chilly day today and tomorrow. Keep in mind this is the coldest time of the year. We're sitting towards the end of January now, but if we look at the marker for today, we are going to be on the up and up as we go into the next week or so. We finally start to see our average highs rising for about the first time in almost the entirety of the month. And by this time in February, our average highs will be about 10 degrees warmer than they are right now. We also have a very light chance for snow, really no accumulation expected with this for folks north of I-94 as we go into this evening hours. And that's really the only bands that we have passing through. That could be the only bands that we have passing through for the entire week. Really Wednesday, a very low chance of snow, but the temperatures are still going to be taking the cake. Again, less winds through the end of the week, but still quite cold. Getting closer to average though by this time next week. So there's an end in sight.
Yes, getting up out of those single digits.
Finally.
Into the doubles. Thank you, Nicole.